dude fuck the 9-year-old girl? I mean, I don't know. With all the trans America that's popping up, genuinely, I don't know what's up.
Yeah, just blame the transgenders.
I don't need
Normal
to.
Jewish thing.
The Muslims are responsible. Everybody knows it. And just wait. If we keep focusing on the Jews who, you know, Jews, all they want to do is stick together and stuff. But look at the Muslims.
So do Muslims.
Muslims don't just want
They don't
their
stick
own
together.
self.
Why would you stick
Muslims-
together your own suicide bomber, you know?
Dude, Muslims are trying to take over
I don't
the
know,
United
they all
States.
flew in planes, right?
Just look at look at some of these cities that have been Muslimified. There are a lot of what?
And who lobbied them to do that?
Dude, Muslims are everywhere. Just look at Omar. What's her name? Omar. Dude, Bernie Sanders. Biden is a little bit on and off of it. I mean, there's a lot of politicians that are responsible.
Biden's Muslim?
Nancy Pelosi, Jewish.
Oh yeah,
Bernie, Jewish.
definitely the LGBTQ community. Dude, look at
First
what they say about.
LGBT transgender surgery
Look
was
at-
done by a Jewish man
Look, not every Jew.
in Germany.
Not every Jew is really a Jew. The New Testament Bible,
What?
it says they call them the synagogue of Satan. Okay, definitely Bernie. You think Bernie Sanders isn't one of the devil's children? Come on, the dude belongs to the devil. He's not one of God's children. He's not one of Abraham's. Just be honest there. This guy was so manipulative that he was so manipulative.
Jesus Christ.
Bro, why did you say he was so
Oh, right, you
manipulative.
don't like that.
Muhammad was so manipulative that he said he was a prophet, and then he went up to a young girl and her parents, and he made a marriage with a 6-year-old, and they were under the impression that he was a prophet from God. I mean, how much more manipulative? That is like the most. That's worse than whatever Epstein did. I mean, look, all the pedophile stuff, like, aside from Jeffrey Epstein, like...
So you're
other than
justifying Jeffrey for a guy who lived like 800 years ago?
No, I'm not. I'm absolutely not. I didn't justify it.
You know, in America, there wasn't even an age limit until the 1800s.
Bro, you don't need it. You don't need to have that. That's just a law that's placed on the books. That doesn't mean
Damn.
that it was something that,
got
like,
loud.
everybody was doing and stuff. Laws have to be made and stuff. I mean, you're talking about a 250-year-old country, of course. That frickin' they didn't have every single... They're still adding new laws to this day. I mean, come on now. I think it's pretty common sense that you don't try to fuck a 9-year-old or marry a 6-year-old.
It's legal in the Congo.
People
do that. They don't get it.
Because they're disgusting. They're evil. There's something going on there. And it's not right. Everybody knows that's unnatural. It shouldn't even... I don't even think you can do
Bro,
that.
people fuck pigs.
Do you know?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
You don't want to be arguing Muslim
Yeah,
sides.
like,
What?
I don't want to take a side
But I
in
just
this.
want to, like,
Just when I thought CS was, like, getting on the right track, like... I mean, you must have came from, like, Valorant or something. You're such a bitch.
Yeah, I'm
I
gay.
boom, boom.
Yeah.
Just anybody
No,
who's
me,
supporting...
dude.
Oh, I
anybody
wasn't
who's
paying
supporting Islam. I've never talked about... Well, actually, I have very often, too, how bad pedophilia is, and then some guy goes, well, 100 years ago, that was allowed. Like, bro, never had that happen to me before. Like, that's such, like, that's so, like, I don't know where that fits into the conversation.
I'm fucking over here
It's okay,
whiffing
like,
deagle shots
sometimes
as
we
this guy's
get
talking
stuff.
about pedophilia.
Defending Epstein because of Muslims. It's
Absolutely.
literally the same argument.
I was saying that the manipulation that Muhammad did was far worse than what Epstein did. Because
Yeah, that's basically justifying it.
Muhammad Ali.
What?
That's justifying it.
Epstein was like...
You're weighing two evils as
No,
different.
no, it's... It's definitely worse. It's definitely
It's
worse.
not that evil. They're both evil, bro.
Because look, all the kids who died from Epstein or were raped, I mean, they're in heaven right now. All the people and kids that Muhammad assaulted and married or whatever manipulated, they're all
How do you
burning in
know
hell. How do I know what?
that they went to heaven?
Because they had sex.
Say that.
Well, because they're kids.
What the fuck is this guy on?
And so what can a kid do to like go to hell? I mean, we know what you have to.
So,
We know
so,
the
so they're good.
yeah until a certain point.
They're not. So they're good.
Damn.
They went to heaven. We can rape all kids.
Come on, bro.
Crazy, bro.
That's so dishonest. That's
All
so
rape
dishonest
victims
what
go
you
to
just
heaven.
Wait, why?
Just so you know,
That's,
you
that's
wouldn't. You wouldn't treat somebody that maybe has a different opinion similar with yours. You wouldn't. You
Holy
wouldn't.
fuck.
Do what you just did to them, like what you did to them. That's really fucked up. And that's kind of what's wrong with this country, is that there's people out
Yeah.
there that will
Guy,
actually
he
make
keeps
it
on
seem-
going.
This guy is actually trying to make it seem, when I came out against all these things that are terrible things to do, he's making it seem like I don't think. How do I come out and say X, Y, Z is bad, and then this guy is like, this guy loves all those things? I mean, that just makes no sense.
He sounds like a hardcore
You
liberal.
know, this guy who's manipulating you guys, it's not much different than what Muhammad did to people, by the way. It's not much
well,
different.
fucking Trump is manipulating me.
Just silence.
Surprised.
Yeah, but
What's up, man?
fuck.
I just care about my family, man. I care about my community. I don't want a bunch of Muslims coming in here and try to fuck 9-year-olds and stuff.
I think I started this
I don't want
because I said something with the Indians.
with the sword. I want to live under Sharia law, and I'm just looking around, you know, my community, and I see what's going on. They fled their country, and now all the stores, you know, the names of the stores are written in Arabic. You know, they have a thing with this language. You know, you can only read their holy books in that language. They think this is the superior language. Everybody should know it. You know what's going on.
So, are you pro-Israel?
I'm not pro. It's not that I'm pro-Israel. It's that I want us to focus on what really matters here. And we know that a lot of the hate that's going towards the Israelis is really Muslim propaganda. That, you know, the Israelis, nobody's a saint, by the way. And the United States didn't become the strongest power in the world by being the nice guy either. So nobody's innocent. Nobody. However, we gotta know what the threat is. And the threat isn't a Republican. It's not even a Democrat. Can you believe it?
He sounded like Trump there, bro.
The threat are the Muslims and this ideology. They're coming for us. They're trying to get. I've heard their preachers. They want Islam in every single house. Go
Oh
look
my
up
God.
what jizya is. If you don't convert, they're gonna make you pay a tax. Either you pay a
Bro
tax
sounds
or
like
you
he's
die.
trying to convert
The
us.
whole goal of this
Doesn't it in the
religion-
Talmud it says that all non-Jews are goyim and animals, cattle?
Wait, what does it say?
Non-Jews are cattle.
Well, just look at what the New Testament says. The New Testament says that anybody outside of the covenant is a child of the devil, okay? And they're
So you're
dogs.
Christian.
They're dogs. I mean, look, I don't even need, okay, yeah, I'm Christian. I don't even need to be Christian to make this point, okay? I really don't need to, but I'm not going to attack a text when my text says something very similarly about unbelievers and stuff. It's just, it doesn't make sense to do that and stuff. Yeah, people who are unbelievers are repulsive in a sense and stuff. I mean, we want them to believe, but there's something spiritually wrong with them. So,
Are you a Jehovah's Witness?
I feel like Purple. This is all he does, all game.
It's not. It's really not. This is the first time.
Don't lie,
honestly.
don't lie.
Look at my
I
profile.
respect
Dude,
it, dude.
your profile, come on.
I'm trying to get the word out. I really am because.
I know exactly.
Okay, thank God. Please, bro, you guys gotta spread it too, bro. We can't let these guys take over our damn country. This is all we have, bro.
We're not even in the same country as
Oh
them.
yeah, bro. Okay, thank God.
Hamdadillah.
You said it.
Dude, I love you, Purple. You got passion.
Love you
Passion.
too, bro. Bro, I just don't want to get my family raped and killed. And I know that sounds so ridiculous, but it's what they do. Just look at what they did to the Israelis. And I'm not saying I'm like, oh my gosh, but I'm just saying this is what they do.
You know, the Israelis are raping Palestinians too. Like, they're both fucked up. You realize that, right? There's literally, like, videotapes of it.
I didn't know. I mean,
I didn't know.
watch it later and be sure.
Wait, you never watched it, dude?
Yeah.
You watched
Seems
everything
like you
else?
got a really one-sided idea.
I mean,
No.
I'm gonna have to look this up. I mean, if it's valid, it's valid. Okay, and it's bad.
What the
I can send you a bunch of stuff, actually.
Yeah, I've done a few of it.
A lot of telegrams.
You want me to page you some nudes?
I'm not saying it's like actual, like the camera recording it with the phone. It's on a security camera, and like, the IDF soldiers are blocking the camera with a shield, with like
I
their
don't know, bro. It might be
police
Islamic
shields.
propaganda, honestly. Like, I'm just thinking about these Jews, and it's like, would these Jews really want to touch somebody who's not a Jew? I mean, I'm just from what
Well,
they're...
yeah, it says in their book that they're allowed to. They're more victims.
They're allowed to what? 'Cause
They're
that's-
allowed to rape, you know, their war victims.
There ain't no way. I've read the whole Bible. It doesn't say anywhere.
It's in the Talmud, not the Bible. They read.
It was in the French version of the
Kabbalah.
Bible.
That's demonic. I mean, everybody knows that that's fucking demonic as hell. They're going to hell.
Whoa.
But I just want to say, just so you know, the current state of Israel is not like the religious one that it was back then. I mean, you basically have a bunch of heathens.
Well, Israel's a people, not the state.
But I'm gonna say it, you know, and I know people might not like it. I'd rather have a heathen than the Muslims running all over Jerusalem. Just being honest, they can't.
Alright,
have it.
Muslims or transgenders?
They're worse, bro. They're,
Which one's worse?
You know, Muslims see Jesus as a prophet. Jews see him as a false
Free
prophet.
taxi live.
Either way, they're both wrong. Because
Oh,
they
in the
know-
Talmud it says Jesus is
Burning in hell.
boiling in a pot of feces.
Well, absolutely not. You know, I just know what the real threat is, and the Jews aren't coming for me.
Just what the real
I mean, there's never been a Jew who stopped me from going to make a living for myself, or stopped me from
Well,
going
who
from
runs
gym.
the Federal Reserve, bro?
He's American.
Jerome Powell?
The Rothschilds, and who owns 80% of Israel? The
How
Rothschild
the fuck do you
family.
know so much about this?
But what does that mean?
You
They're
should
Muslim.
look up the Rothschild family.
On it, they're gonna set up their fucking Allah bullshit, whatever it is.
They're Allah bullshit.
Hamdadillah.
I love how this guy's getting corrected and he's the one over here trying to preach to
With
us.
all due respect, if anybody's gonna have Jerusalem, it should be the United States.
I thought he was gonna say the Jews. Never mind.
Same thing, really.
Instead of us being there and having a base and fighting it for ourselves, we have the Jews. And
We have The Jews.
I really do. I really believe this with all my heart. The Jews are just a tool of the United States. If it wasn't for the United States, you would not even have an Israel. Just always remember that, bro.
I thought we were gonna get some quiet. For a second there, I thought we were gonna get some quiet. I was like, finally, nobody's talking. And then instantly, fucking something about the
Like,
Jews.
what Christian denomination are you part of?
Well, there's 66 books in my Bible. Let's say
He's
Protestant.
Orthodox. 66 books in my Bible, like I know what the fuck that means.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
It's
Like,
just the
what
one that's-
do you go to church? What church do you go to?
Okay, well, my first church was a non-denominational church, and then I started going to a Presbyterian church.
He's on site.
But I would
He's
just
on.
say like Baptists and stuff. I mean, I believe in all the fundamentals of the fundamental beliefs of Christianity and stuff. So there's like all the other stuff, like that other denominations. You know, they call themselves different things.
I believe
the
he
other
was a
stuff.
dude that just went in a coma.
Maybe they were all just like tripping acid or something.
Yeah, did too much Molly the day before.
Yeah.
Passed out so hard he woke up 3 days later.
Yeah, he was just on a wicked bender. No, we're both Canadian.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I'm black.
I hear there's a lot of Muslims moving into Canada, actually. Let me look up the numbers right now.
Yeah, there is.
Just be careful, bro, because if you guys don't handle your shit with them, we don't want to be neighbors with a bunch of gosh darn terrorists and stuff, so
black.
please.
The Jews don't
What?
exist.
I'm black.
Bro, seriously, take care of your shit in your country, because you know you're our...
What do you think about the Africans and Indians?
I'm black.
a lot of these Indians, they believe in...
Not black, African, like African.
I'm black.
Yeah, like white South Africans.
I get you're fucking black. You fuck.
I don't really like American blacks. American blacks are just so obnoxious, and I don't care if you call them racist for it.
I was waiting for him to go, I'm black
I'm
again.
black.
There it
I
is.
bet you're
I
not.
want just
No,
to
no,
switch it
no,
up.
you're not. Maybe you're not. I'm sure you might be a nice
black.
guy. There's some nice black people. and
I'm
stuff,
starting to
but
think he's not black.
most of the nice black people are from out of the United States. Like, I met
Yeah.
this black.
Conversation is fucking ridiculous, bro.
Well, it's true. It's true. These are all the things that everybody believes, but everybody's afraid to say it because if I go out there and I start yelling how Muhammad fucking died,
No, bro,
realize
you
these
believe
people will
it. You
kill me.
believe it. Just you, bro.
No, everybody believes it, bro. Everybody believes it. We know.
Yeah, he's right. Isn't it wrong?
Yeah, it's in the Bible. It's on page 16. Did you not read it?
Okay, so black guy walks up on your driveway at night. You guys are really not a little bit like, you know, come on, bro. You guys are a little bit spooked if you guys see a fucking one of
I
them.
wouldn't be. I probably invited them over for dinner or some shit. I wouldn't start grabbing my gun if
No,
I saw
bro.
them coming up my driveway.
I would honestly, because statistically, just so you know, this guy's trying so hard, you know, to cover up how it is and stuff.
Yeah, I'm black.
Yeah, this guy knows, bro. This guy knows. A lot of black people say it and agree with me, by the way. A lot of them. And more than you would like to believe. We all know how it is. And that doesn't mean in every situation ever, I'm like, oh my gosh, a fucking black guy. No. But there are such thing as niggers, and it's true. They know who they are and how they act. It's so obvious. And then there's black people that aren't niggers. They're just normal people.
You doubled down.
We need a yeah, I'm black.
We have to start admitting this. It's the only way that we're going to be able to grow. Are you black?
Yeah, dude.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
No, Would you agree though, Yellow? I mean, I'm sure there's some, like, maybe it's not your family, maybe it's like on your mom's brother's side. You don't like it when those guys come around because they're a little fucking, you know, pieces of shit. Or maybe it's not even in your family. Maybe it's your.
Oh, this is some racism.
I'm just saying, maybe your sister married a black guy. And his brothers come around every once in a while. They're not the type of people that you want. You know, I mean,
No, I'm black.
are you really black?
If it was blue, I would be okay with it.
Hey, let's go, because I'm fucking black. Yeah,
Can I get the pass?
dude, you got the
You asked for it when you already said it.
Well, no, I said the ER. I didn't say the GA. So it's different.
I'm just gonna let that guy marinate with that one.
And then a black guy.
No,
For
I'm
sure.
black.
Or I'm gonna add you as a friend because if anybody tries to tell me I can't say that word,
I'm gonna add you as a friend
Just
because you're
just Steam message him whenever you're in your
adding
conversation.
somebody because they're black is wild.
well, do you
Hey,
mind?
screenshot that.
Could
You got the pass, bro.
you write it on my profile? Just be like, I'm black. I'm giving this guy the pass. And if anybody asks me, I'll be like, bro.
You know what? I could use it too.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, if you're passing out the pass.
Yo, now you guys are all fucking racist, bro. The fuck, dude? I thought you guys were all black.
What? No, I'm black as hell. Look at my profile.
Yo, make sure you write it on my profile, please. Actually, write that. Cause I have this other guy, right? He gets pissed. I'll be like, look, your people, bro. They said it's fine.
Look, it's your people. They said it's fine.
Yeah, I'm gay and black.
Okay, are you top or bottom?
If blue doesn't, I'll become black.
That's why I'm black. This proof.
This guy's probably not even black. He's just been saying.
Please write it.
You said it so many times.
And guys, remember, don't vote for these people.
Yeah, don't vote for Trump, dude.
I won't.
No, you vote for. I mean, you can't vote for him anymore.
Yeah,
I'll
shut
vote
up.
Stop
for him,
voting.
don't worry.
Stop participating in the system. Let it fucking fall.
Yeah, fuck the system. Rise above.
Can't come with the hot shit. Talk at the time, I'm a topic. This young is so fly, I can cockpit. If I ain't the party, it's not lit. Stop all the